Hello, everybody. We are back with a video.
Yeah, this is a tier list of all the Devil Fruits in One Piece Legendary.
Yes, because we got I think 2 or 3 comments on our own tier list, so we made one and just so basically how we're going to be ranking these fruits are mainly based on PvP. And we are factoring in like how boss battles will
We're
work.
factoring them kind of, not.
Yeah, but it's mostly based on the best PvP. So obviously, this is all kind of our opinion. You guys can let us know what you think about it down in the comments. But so it's not like official. It's just our opinion. So
Yeah.
may not be right, may not be wrong either. But so yeah,
We've seen about every fruit in the game. So.
yeah. And then I also have the fruits that we've done videos on. I've also put that in. So we'll get to it. So it's going to start with the worst fruits, and it's going to go all the way up to the top 10 and to the best fruit in the game.
In our opinion.
So here we go. So the worst fruit that we think is
the luck fruit. It's a common.
Yeah, so it's got 80% drop. Commons have 80% drops, as you can see. So we have done a video
on it.
And the reason why we think it's bad is because it has
all it does is it negates status effects.
Exactly.
And you have to click a button for it. It's not passive.
Yeah.
It just...
And the worst part is the majority of devil fruits that people are going to have don't do those status effects. So like status effects are like freezing, burning.
And it has no PvP capability whatsoever.
Yeah, it's got no attacks or anything. So it's really a useless fruit. I mean, you could get any common and it would probably be better than this fruit.
Alright, the next fruit is...
So the next worst fruit is the clear fruit. Now, we understand that being invisible is good and all, but that doesn't really help with you trying to attack someone and get your bounty up.
Yeah, because if you attack someone, then they're just going to attack back, or they could just turn on observation hockey and see you.
And see while you're using your clear fruit. And again, this fruit has no attacks.
It just turns you invisible.
It is better than the luck fruit, seeing that it turns you invisible and you can't be hit. Versus,
well, you can be hit.
Well, yeah.
You just can't be seen.
It's harder for the person. But again, they could just turn on observational hockey and then you're kind of screwed. But yeah, so clear fruit is second worst. Next is the spring fruit. We chose this because...
This fruit is good for dodging attacks. It has mobility capabilities.
Exactly. So you can move around.
Once it gets to like once you have 500 melee, you jump like really high.
So I guess it could be good on the purple island. But I mean, like, that's it. And you probably only go to the purple island to look for another devil fruit. So, I mean, so we put this above the clear fruit just because...
Mobility.
Yeah. And that's why also we have the float fruit here.
Because you can fly, kind of.
You can fly above the water. I mean, it's not very fast.
Mobility still. You can dodge attacks. You can go up and down, you know.
Exactly. So that's why we put it above the spring fruit. And next fruit is the swim fruit.
You can go through solid objects.
Again, this is more of like a trolling thing. So you can hide, find a good auto-clicking spot, I guess. I don't know.
It's good for auto-clicking, probably, yeah. And it might be good for finding other devil fruits.
Yeah.
But, you know.
But we put it above...
all the others because it's good for running away from people.
Yeah. But again, like all these fruits, you can't attack. You don't have good attacking abilities.
Well, you can attack.
Well, yeah. I mean, you can use your melee or your sword or your sniper.
Oh, yeah, but not the fruit itself.
But yeah. So that's why these ones are so low on our chart.
The next is slip. This one makes you go really fast.
Yeah, and we thought...
Higher the melee, I'm pretty sure the faster you go, too.
Exactly. And our thought was most battling, most PvP happens on land, on an island, and if you're fast, maybe you can outrun...
You can outrun majority of the attacks. Like Magma, you can outrun those balls.
Yeah, same with Flare. Flare is super easy to dodge, and it's probably even easier if you have the slip fruit. Of course, you won't be able to... I mean, you can run super fast and attack them with your melee,
and bubble trail behind you, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, but... So we put this above all those other fruits because it allows you to dodge attacks, and you can, as long as they're not a Logia, I guess, kind of get up close and punch them in the face. I don't know. So that's why this is here. Next fruit, clone.
They got this one updated, actually.
Yeah, it was updated, but even with the update...
Well, if there wasn't an update, then this would be the worst fruit, probably.
Yeah, this would... I don't know. Would it be worse than
you
luck?
Could just change your skin.
Yeah, so it'd be worse than luck.
If
So
it wasn't updated.
thanks to the update, it got a little bit higher.
Because you can make clones of yourself
exactly, and now they kind of attack, but it's still super low because the attack is not ranged at all and it doesn't do a lot of damage.
It's not too good. And the maximum you can make is 5 clones at max.
Yeah, so
melee.
That's why. So it's pretty low on our list, but it's also higher than a lot of the all the non-attacking fruits because this one at least attacks.
Yeah.
So next fruit is the
Order
fruit.
We haven't gotten our hands on this one.
No, we haven't, and it's really not that great if you get
What you just do is you can you hit them with a beam and you can use one of their moves. Yeah,
you can control their moves.
No, just one.
Oh,
only one.
Got him. So, I mean, it's okay.
No, it isn't. It's not good.
Okay, well,
it's better than the others.
Yeah, we're saying it's better than clone just because you have a different you have all these set
you
of
can hit people with other people's attacks.
Yeah,
which is kind of cool, I guess.
So yeah, so it's pretty low down though, because you might as well just get a better devil fruit, you know.
Exactly.
I mean, it's an uncommon 19% chance to find, but still.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I mean, there's a lot better fruits out there.
Chop fruit.
Yes.
It's a common. This is the highest common on the list, I'm pretty sure.
Is it?
Wait, no, it isn't.
Oh, how about that? So this common chop.
The reason we put it this high is because swords don't affect it at all.
Which is good.
Which is really good. And it has an attack.
Yeah, it's got pretty good attacks. You're immune to swords. I mean,
it only has one attack, really. But
oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. And at least it's it has a little bit of range. It has more range than the clone fruit attack, which is why it's above the clone fruit. So, yeah, I guess that's all we can say for the chop fruit. And it's common, so that's pretty good to be this high on the list. Oh, spin fruit.
Fruit. This thing can fly, has pretty good attacking capabilities, and it can spin people off the edge, punch them off the edge.
And that's why this is higher.
It's a very good fruit to annoy people with.
Yeah, because of the knockback. You can just knock them back. If you're lucky, if you have enough melee, you can knock them back into the water. And then also, mobility-wise, it's good to get around, good to find other fruits just to be able to fly.
Exactly. The higher your melee is, the faster it flies.
Mm-hmm. Similarly, if you want to farm defense, now obviously we're not doing a ranking based on farming, but still, I'm just mentioning it just because, you know.
If you want to farm defense, this would be the fruit you want.
Yeah. But attacking-wise, PvP-wise, it's really not that great unless it has good knockback, which it does, but that increases with your melee. And if you have high enough melee, you might as well just get a different fruit.
Exactly. All right.
So the next fruit is the love fruit. So
we had a hard time placing this one on the list.
Because this one, its moves technically don't attack. Its
moves don't attack. They all stun.
Yeah.
So you can go up close to them and attack, but they don't attack.
Yeah, ideally, you could stun your guys, and this could be the most OP fruit. But the problem is, if you hit a person while they're stunned, and they reach max amount of damage, they will unstun automatically.
And the stun doesn't last for too long. It lasts for 3 seconds.
So not only does it not last long, but if you actually start to attack them, they'll also get out of the stun.
I wouldn't recommend eating this fruit unless you really want to knock someone out of the sky or something.
It doesn't really... It's counterproductive, really, because it doesn't really... You can attack people while they're stunned, but it'll unstun them, and then they can attack you. So, I mean, that's why we put it pretty low.
I guess you could grapple them while they're stunned, just off the edge.
I don't know.
But
I mean, it has a good moveset, though.
It's an uncommon.
Yeah, but it's not really that great. We put it above spin and all them because it does give you that option to stun people. So if someone's flying and they're over the water, you can stun them and make them fall to the water.
That's kind of funny.
And be a troller. But, I mean... So that's why it's up higher than what we originally had it, but it's not necessarily as high because it doesn't really attack. Our next fruit...
Hot fruit!
Yes.
Now, this one was hard. This is the highest common on the list.
Yeah, so we were having trouble placing this.
This fruit, you see, Carol wanted to place it. Carol wanted to place the love fruit above this one, but I said, no. This one can fly, and this hot body is very good. Yeah. It can, almost instantly kill people if you have a high enough defense.
So we were thinking, if you have shave, then you could shave anywhere and just stand next to someone and use your hot body. Of course, if they're flying, it's kind of problematic.
And another added bonus to this fruit is they're immune to magma, flare, and what else? Smelt.
Smelt, yeah. So most of the, like hot fruit, smelt,
Smelt isn't
magma.
immune to magma.
Smelt isn't?
No.
That's upsetting. Well, yeah, so
Hot fruit is immune to pretty much all fire. And
yeah.
burning is immune to.
So that's good, I guess. But we thought that the hot body was pretty good.
And it can fly.
And it can fly, which is another thing because mobility is kind of huge in this game with all the different islands and stuff not being able to touch the water. So that's why it's up this high.
Exactly.
So yeah, the next highest fruit we've got is the diamond fruit.
Diamond fruit. Oh boy, this one gives you armor, I'm pretty sure, and a sword.
Yep.
It attacks, which is good, and it gives you some armor, which is also pretty decent. But like, this is the.
It's not the best armor in the game, but it does negate a lot of damage.
But it doesn't have any like special attacks. It just gives you a sword and armor. That's
yeah.
it.
So we put it up this high just because it's like a basic attack and protection fruit. Like you're not gonna do horribly.
It only has 2 moves.
Yeah, like if you have this fruit, you're not gonna suck. You'll have more defense.
You're not gonna suck, but you won't be good.
I know, yeah. So this is like a I don't want to die, but I want to hit you with my sword type of fruit because it'll do a lot of damage once you get high sword stat. But like it's not the best and it's not the worst. So it's kind of like in the middle of our list. The next fruit is
Smelt Fruit. Oh boy, this one gives you a sword that burns people. This one also makes you make a little pool of like lava, I'd say.
So it's kind of like the magma pool, except it goes in front of you and it's a little bit smaller. But we put this above the diamond fruit specifically because of the attacking capabilities. And then also, doesn't Smelt Fruit have like a hot body thing?
Yes it does. It's not as good as the hot fruit, but
yeah, but that's something, you know. So people can't just go up and hit
it's
you.
good for defense farming too.
Yeah. So that's why we put the Smelt Fruit where it is. The next best fruit we've got on our list is the hobby fruit.
Ooh, this one's the best for annoying people.
Yes. We put this fairly up high because
you can turn them into toys and control them.
Exactly, and just make them run into the water and kill themselves. So, you know, that's fun.
It's always fun to troll people.
It's the best troll fruit, really. But again, there's only so much you can do. I don't know, can you change bosses into toys?
Yes, you can change anything into a toy.
Really?
Well, any entity into a toy.
Okay. So
you can control a boss, you can unturn the boss in front of someone to just make it kill someone, which is kind of funny.
Yeah. But again, so PvP wise it's good. Can you change multiple people with this?
Yes,
I think
you can. You can make an army of toys of the server. Yeah. But they try and hit you with the flintlock. They can use their weapons, but they can't use their devil fruits.
So that's a problem, because if you die, I mean, they're going to stay a toy, but you can't control them anymore. And all they have to do is reset their character and come find you. Similarly, there is no range to this fruit, so you have to be right up next to them, right up close to, like, literally on top of the person. So if you're battling someone who can fly, which a lot of these fruits can, you're kind of screwed.
But then, once you finally turn them into a toy, you have absolute control over them.
Yeah, so it's that if and when you can turn them into a toy, and that's when this fruit.
You can also surprise them, which is cool.
Yeah, like,
you know, when everyone's standing around talking, you can just go and turn them all into toys and then make them kill each other.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's not down on the list, but it's also not super high because it has limitations to it. Next best fruit is the barrier fruit.
This one has good attack.
It's like better
good for farming too.
Yeah, it's like a good diamond fruit because it has barrier body. I know, which
gives you really good armor.
Yeah, it negates all damage, which is a lot better than the diamond fruit.
Well, it doesn't negate all damage. It doesn't negate damage from hockey.
Oh well, no, obviously.
It negates all the other damage though.
Yeah. And then
it also has a sword, which is good.
Yeah, barrier bat. It's got all the different rooms. So if you can get someone in a room, you can, as long as you're stronger than them, they can't run away, and you can just massacre.
And you can also shove a barrier in their face,
which is good. So it's got like a little bit of range, a little bit of area damage. So I think this is pretty close to the middle. I mean,
this is definitely the middle. I think.
I used to have this fruit. It was good.
Until it wasn't.
Until you get better things. And one of the big problems with this fruit is that you can't fly with it.
One of the big problems is when you use a room to trap someone, you don't expect them to be stronger than you, like a magma user, for instance, and they just use it and turn the entire ground to lava and you're just dead.
Yeah, so there are a couple problems with this fruit.
Because you're trapped in a room with them.
Exactly. So I think in the end, it'd be better to have legendary, I think.
With the barrier fruit? Oh,
with
yeah,
the
definitely.
barrier fruit.
Well, it would be better to have legendary with all the fruits. Except for
Well,
maybe.
yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean...
This is probably a good legendary combo.
Like, a single fruit just having barrier is not necessarily ideal because you're probably not the strongest person.
Definitely not the strongest person.
That rules out, like, room and box. I mean, box is good because you can trap a person, but that's literally just for trolls. So
Yeah.
PvP-wise, it's pretty good if you can get close to them. But yeah, so that's the barrier fruit. Our next highest fruit is the Alice fruit.
This one's new, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, this one is new. It was limited time. It's a rare, so it's got a 0.99% drop rate. And we were trying really hard to get this fruit, and we couldn't.
And we just couldn't.
Yeah, which is kind of sad.
But what it does is it shoots like a ball that like transports someone to a different universe,
like a dimension, like Alice dimension. And in that dimension, the user becomes invisible, and the sniper stat gets like
super
crazy.
Buffed.
Yeah,
and you can like one shot them pretty much.
But the reason why this isn't up higher is because you have to get the people into this room, so it's an area attack when you shoot it, so like it explodes. But again,
it would probably be amazing for legendary, that's the thing.
Yeah. And then it also depends on your player skill. Like, I'm not a great sniper person.
I'm pretty good at sniper.
So it really depends on, can I hit this person who's bee-hopping in my other world?
Sometimes they don't even know what's going on, though. So
yeah, because this fruit is fairly new. People will be more surprised than to know to run around and try not to get hit by a sniper.
This is a really cool fruit.
It is cool, but there's only 2 moves, so...
No, there's 1 move.
Oh yeah, you're right, there's 1 move. It's the status
effect is it buffs your sniper.
Yeah, and then you have to have a good gun to use it because it buffs your sniper. But yeah, so that's what the Alice fruit is. Again, it's one of those fruits where you have to be a good player to use it. And personally, I think I'd rather just have a different fruit.
I'd rather have a Logia.
Because there's so many other fruits, and this isn't a Logia, like Owen said. But yeah, so that's why it's where it is.
Bomb
Next
fruit.
best is bomb.
This is the highest uncommon on the list, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Wait, no, it isn't.
No?
No.
Okay. Well, we'll get there soon. But bomb is pretty good.
Very good.
I mean, we have it, but we haven't been able to unlock all the moves just yet.
So bomb, what it does is it pretty much has so much area to it, and it does a ton of damage with hockey on. It's really good for legendary. That's why we put it this high on the list.
Yeah. But the reason why it's not higher is because...
it has limitations with people flying.
Exactly. It doesn't have a lot of range.
But if you can fly with the bomb fruit, then you're set.
Then you're set, yeah. So you have to be semi-close to someone in order for the bomb fruit to hit, but when it does a ton of damage.
There's also a self-destruct move, which is kind of funny.
Yeah. Like a kamikaze type thing. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's the last move or something. But another problem with this fruit is that it takes defense, which I know for a lot of people is hard to get up. But again, that's not really a main part that we're focusing on this our little video. But PvP wise, it's good, but it's not good for long distance. So that's why it's not higher. Our next fruit is
hollow fruit. I know what you're thinking. It's a rare. It's pretty low. Yeah, it's kind of bad. It's good for trolling, but that's it.
Yeah, really.
It can't really PvP.
Yeah, the main move that is good for trolling.
You can depress them.
Yeah, depressing.
Above water.
Yeah, so we're thinking if you use your little ghosties, you can, if someone's flying, they can go after them, depress them, and they can fall into the water. So similar to love fruit, but you gotta be next to water for that to work.
And the ghosties have aimbot. So.
Yeah, so that's nice. That's why it's higher than the bomb, because it's got that range.
The ghosties also hurt. Yes. But they don't hurt. They do like 60 damage max.
Yeah, and then plus hockey's like 120. But similar, and then this hollow fruit also has possess, which is good. But again,
people.
It's
a troll.
It's a troll fruit. So we put it up high just because it has that. It has aimbot and stuff, but we didn't. It's not higher because.
Well,
I mean,
not very good PvP capabilities.
Yeah, it's mostly a troll fruit, like the
love and
hobby fruit. Yeah. Gum fruit.
Gum fruit. Oh boy.
It's an uncommon. I think this is our highest uncommon.
No, it isn't.
It's not? Man, we gotta stop saying that because I don't know my list. So, the gum fruit is pretty good. And the reason why we put it up this high above a lot of rares is because
it has mobility, it has pretty good range.
And knockback. that big word.
And damage. The Gatling is amazing.
Lots of damage.
And it's a good combo with Magma to make the pretty much ultimate combo.
So it's got good close range, good long range, and almost every move will, if you have a high enough melee, shoot your opponent into the water. And if you don't have a high enough melee, you can just go into second gear and then shoot him into the water. So it's a pretty good fruit. And then with
you can also like travel around with your slingshot thing.
Because of the new edition, mobility-wise, this is also a good fruit because you can just go between islands with the slingshot. Of course, I have overshot myself and gone into the water by accident, but we're not going to talk about that right now. So, gum fruit's pretty good. We've got this high on the list. And I think we're reaching our top 10 soon. Let's see.
Smelt Fruit. I know what you're thinking. It's a Logia. Why isn't it in the top 10? Well, we'll tell you why. It stuns and as trash attack.
Yeah, so it's really not that good.
It flies too, which is good, I guess. But the attack throws out your fists. That's the only attack it has. And you can hit the fists and damage your opponent.
Not only are the fists hard to control, but you can also, like, you don't have to attack the person that the fists are coming from. You can literally hit the fists and the person will die. So all you have to do is use, like, an attack while the fists are flying towards you. Area attack with the bomb fruit.
If you had bomb fruit, you could just destroy the smoke fruit immediately.
Now, we put this fruit higher than the bomb fruit.
The smoke fruit can also stun.
Because of the stun.
Yeah.
So, the stun is good, and you can fly. So, if you can get that aerial attack, you're golden. But,
well,
again,
not really, because the person can still hit your fists.
Exactly. So, that's why it's not in our top 10, and that's why it's higher than some fruits, but it's lower than a lot. Because it's just not perfect.
Gas fruit. Not top 10 again. It's a Logia.
Yeah. Yeah, don't be mad at us.
It can fly. It can go through walls, sure. But the attacking capabilities really aren't that good.
Yeah, this is one of those fruits
It's good for running.
It's good for running.
It's good for getting other devil fruits.
Like, it has all the attacks that you want. It's just not like
damage high per se, not area enough.
Exactly. So, like, it's got the airless world, which is good. It's amazing. But the person has to be
the person can just shave out of the room.
Exactly. So you can shave.
The little gasless world thing.
Exactly. And then it's got the sword, which is good. Because that's a good close range attack. And then it's also got some range attack. So it's a good fruit. It's just not, like, that extra factor. It doesn't have, like, that extra damage that you want. It doesn't, like, I don't know.
It just doesn't have it.
Like, I don't even know what's wrong with it. It's just not,
it's just not amazing. It's good.
It's good. Amazing. Like, don't get me wrong. If you find this fruit, you should definitely eat it because it's a good fruit.
But if you have a better fruit, then
yeah, one of the other fruits that we're going to show in a second. Yeah. So I mean, it's a good fruit, but it's just not the best, and that's why we have it where it is, and it's not in our top 10.
The flare fruit. All right, don't kill us.
Yeah, please don't. So
everyone loves this fruit for some reason.
Everyone loves this fruit.
Everyone wants it,
except me. I hate this fruit. Just because
she has it.
I have it, and honestly, it's super hyped up.
For no reason.
Yeah, so the attacks take a long time to charge, 1. And 2, if you use, like, the attacks, like, if you try to spam the attacks, they do no damage. Even with Hockey on.
It burns, sure, but burning isn't that good.
I don't think it burns. Oh. I don't think it even burns.
And the attacks are just so slow charged up.
Yeah, so you can see these attacks from a mile away. You can dodge these attacks so easily.
The best attack, Flame Emperor, it does like a bajillion damage if you can hit it. Yeah. But it goes so slow, you can just easily... You don't even have to shave all the way. You can just walk out of the way.
But it's like so easy to just avoid. And that's the biggest thing I have with PvP is people can just dodge all my attacks. Now, granted, it's up this high on our list.
It's a Logia.
Because it's a Logia. It
has the fastest flying.
Fastest flying.
Well, not above Phoenix.
I think this and Phoenix are tied with flying. Yeah. But another thing is it can one-shot bosses. So with boss battles, I mean, they don't really move until you go into their little circle thing. So if you can just fly away and snipe them, then that's good for boss battles.
It's good for boss battles, but it's not good for PvP.
Not for PvP. So it has a lot of damage.
It's cool.
It's cool. Cool effects. it's so easy to avoid. So, and because it's all at range, and that's the problem. Like, there's no like close. I mean, there's that one. That's
one
that fire ring or whatever.
But still, someone can just jump over it.
That, and it does like no damage. So the things that do no damage that you can actually hit people with, like, it's not good. But again, it's rare. If you find it, I suggest you eat it. But I am only ripping on this fruit because so many people say it's so good. So I just wanted to like
clarify.
Like, please don't get me wrong. This is a good fruit.
But any fruit above is probably better.
Yeah. But like, again, it does a ton of damage. It has a ton of good moves. It has a ton of range. And with hockey, it can do a lot of damage. But
it just doesn't do a lot of damage.
It's so overhyped. I just needed to like get that off my chest. But yeah, so it's not in our top 10. I know. People are going to be mad. Don't. Because we've got a pretty good top 10. We'll explain why too.
String fruit is above flare.
Yeah. So we chose this.
Revamp. They revamped this thing and it became a god fruit pretty much.
Yeah. So they debuffed the what is it? The grapple hook move.
But they debuffed the strings that attach people to things.
Exactly.
They only changed it to like a 5-second attach.
Yeah. But they added the bird cage. They added the string barrage.
And god string.
And yeah, the
god thread.
God thread. So
and it can fly.
So honestly, this fruit
is a lot better than flare in my opinion.
It's good for trolling, easy to hit moves.
It's good PvP, and you can trap people in your little string cage. And the string cage damages you, and it shrinks over time.
Exactly. So it's great. I know flare fruit, it's flying, can glitch through the string fruit's
cage.
With
Phoenix, I'm pretty sure.
Phoenix, yeah. But if you're fast enough. And then
gas fruit can go through the cage.
Can gas go through it?
And so can swim.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Exactly. So that's why this fruit is so high up. I don't know. We've always been suckers for the string fruit. But it has so much potential, and you can combo its moves with just so many things. So that's why it's so high up. And it's
amazing for legendary.
Exactly. So PvP-wise, this is a great fruit to have. Next fruit is the sand fruit.
Not in the top 10 either.
Yep. So why did we put this fruit where it is?
Well, again, it's kind of like the gas fruit. It has amazing moves, don't get me wrong. It does a lot of damage. They're just all ground-based.
Exactly. So anyone flying can avoid these
easily
moves.
Avoid them. But if you're on the ground, you're pretty much dead.
Yeah. So, but another problem is a lot of these fruits can fly.
And the tornado is a cool move, too. It's kind of annoying.
Yeah. But, so this fruit, we do give it a lot of, like, we recognize this fruit, and that's why it's high up. It's higher up than almost all the fruits. And so, that's why it's this high up. But, I mean, again, there's only so much you can do with the ground moves, you know? So, next fruit is the Magma
fruit. Of course, it's better. Well, it's not better, per se. It's just higher up on the list. It has one ground-based move and one air-based move, which is what makes it better than sand fruit, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And it also has the hot body, which, if someone's close to you, you can just murder them.
So, it's got really the 3 main attacks, like people right on top of you, somewhat near you area, and then it's got the range. So that's why we've put it higher.
And it burns, and it's immune.
Exactly. Burning is a
flare.
Big thing.
It's immune to flare completely, except if it has hockey on, I'm pretty sure.
Exactly. So, and then with hockey, it just gets even stronger. And I've seen some of the magma pools that can go up the entire island.
Exactly.
So that's why we have it above string.
It's amazing for PvP.
Yeah. So this is a really good fruit.
Especially with legendary, when you can fly with it, because it doesn't have a flying move.
Yeah, so that's why it's not in our top 10, because of mobility. And now we reach the top 10. So hope you guys are excited. Hope you guys are still watching. I know this is probably a super long video, but here we go. So the Ope Fruit.
I know, yeah, the Ope Fruit. I think this is a very hyped up fruit too, not gonna lie.
This fruit is hard to place because of the room. So you can do a lot of things.
You can cover an entire island with the room if you have enough defense. Exactly. That's why we put it so high up. But if you get out of the room, the person is pretty much powerless.
Exactly. But so we put it as 10 because of that.
You can stun people and you can keep them in your room. That's why
it's up so high, because you literally can control the area.
You're like a god.
Exactly. So you can literally take apart.
You can take apart the ground. You can take apart the buildings in your room. You can even steal people's hearts and instantly kill them.
Exactly. So we have it as number 10. We can't put it any higher because you have that option to fly out of the room or to shave out of the room. But because it's just so powerful inside that casted room, we had to put it as number 10.
You have to be in the room to take someone's heart, but you don't have to be in the room to crush their heart.
Exactly, and that too.
So you can just steal entire servers' hearts and kill them
whenever
at any time.
Exactly. So that's our number 10. Our number 9 is the light fruit.
Oh boy.
So this fruit is good because it can teleport.
They just added a new move too, so.
Yeah, you want to explain that?
I forgot what the new move is.
Oh, isn't it like a bunch of little dots?
Yeah, some like sparkles or something.
Yeah. But
this fruit can teleport across the islands. It has a sword. It does a bunch of damage fast.
It does close range damage, it does long range damage, and it does a lot of it. So unlike the flare fruit, it doesn't take as much of a cooldown, and it doesn't take long to charge up the moves. And it can
teleport around.
Yeah, and it's got that sword, so if you do use a ranged attack and it needs a little cooldown, you can just pull out that sword and start slashing. So that's why it's up as number 9. And number 8 is the chili fruit.
Oh boy, I know you were expecting this to be number 1, but let's face it, it's not.
Chili fruit is... Now, it's not the snow fruit. The chili fruit is different.
You guys are going to be mad.
Yeah. But anyway, here, explain the chili fruit.
Anyways, the chili fruit can fly. It has a sword. It can freeze people, which is good for trolling, I guess.
Yeah, so the freezing...
And it's good for killing them, and they, get damaged when they're frozen.
Exactly. So freezing is a better version of stun, and that's why it's up so high.
This is an amazing fruit for legendary mode. But there are some flaws to it. Well, there actually aren't many flaws to it.
That's why it's in the top 10.
I don't even know. It just doesn't have that extra X factor.
The X factor?
The X factor.
Well, it's got good traveling. It's got that
Well,
ice
the flying
walkway.
isn't that fast. That's the issue, too.
No. The flying's the snow. This is the ice path.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's kind of flying.
It's not really flying.
Yeah, but it's not that fast. That's the issue.
Yeah, so, I mean, it can't be any faster because then it'll make this fruit too OP. But, I mean, the freezing alone is very good because it stuns, like I said, and it keeps them from attacking you.
But the issue is, it's not...
And it does a lot of damage.
It's just not the best fruit. That's the issue.
Yeah, but it's number 8. There's just better fruits, And it's a rare, which is good. But yeah, anyway.
It's a Logia, too.
Yeah. So
the Rumble Fruit. No, I know what you guys are thinking. What could possibly be better than the chili fruit and the Rumble Fruit? But don't worry.
Well, we've got 6 more fruits.
There's 6 more fruits.
Yeah. But I've always wanted the Rumble Fruit. As you can see, due to this blank space, I have not found the Rumble Fruit yet. But I think they got rid of the teleportation move, but there's another move that does teleportation. So it's got the teleportation.
And the shave is lengthened.
It's got shave. It's got the...
L-Thor is what they added. They nerfed it a little bit, Rumble Fruit, so you can't teleport pretty much in between islands anymore. But the L-Thor move has a bunch of area damage. Lightning crashes down from the sky in a big, ginormous beam. It's really good.
So it's got area... And it's got the staff, and it's got range. It's got everything. So in my opinion, it's a better version of light. Don't kill me for that. But it's good fruit, which is why it's number 7. It's in our top 10. So if you find this, 100% eat it. I mean, like I said, I'm waiting for this fruit. As soon as I get this fruit, Flare is going out of there.
But the issue it's not
fruit.
Number 1.
It's not number 1. So now... We're going to get on to number 6.
Oh, boy.
The Phoenix
Fruit. Ultra rare. I know you're thinking this is...
0.01.
This one should be number 1, but,
it's not.
It's not.
It has one attacking move. Like we said, we're kind of basing this mostly on PvP. The attacking move is...
It's
really
good.
Not that great.
Well, I mean, it's decent.
It does a lot of damage, but it's not ranged.
Well, it's like mid-range, almost.
Yeah. But, it's nothing like the light fruit.
But this is an amazing fruit for legendary mode. You can fly super fast. You can fly above water. So you don't even have a chance of falling in the water.
Amazing flight. And the reason why... Now, we would have put this lower if it weren't for the
passive
healing.
Regeneration is amazing.
Yeah, so because the regeneration brought this fruit up to
the flare fruit
6.
pretty much can't kill the Phoenix fruit unless they use the Flame Emperor.
The regeneration is amazing. And just mobility-wise, it's good I'm not gonna say it's good for running, but
It is.
It kind of is. And it's good for legendary, obviously, because legendary is good anyway.
The regeneration is amazing, though.
But yeah, so that's our number 6. Number 5 is the candy fruit.
Oh boy.
Now this is a more recent addition to the game. You want to explain candy fruit?
Well, this one, you can shoot out jawbreakers, which is ranged. It does a lot of damage. You can stun them with your little pool that does a lot of damage, and they're stuck in place and you can't shave out of it.
So that's the big thing. That's why it's number 5, because shave is a really powerful tool that a lot of players actually have access to, and this takes that away.
And another very nice thing about this fruit is one of the moves combines the armor and the swords together to make a full spiky little body with spike swords.
Yeah, so it's got that close combat, and it's got the range with the jawbreakers, and the jawbreakers don't despawn when you hit them, so they kind of just bounce all over the place, giving it even more range to its
And it also
attack.
has that pool, and a Sologia.
So yeah.
But it doesn't fly.
It doesn't fly, so that's a problem. That's why it's not higher. It doesn't have that mobility factor that we're looking for, because the map is literally a bunch of islands. And I know boats are good, like they're
not amazing. Flying is better.
Yeah, 100%. So yeah, that's why candy fruit is number 5, but it is very good, very strong attacking, and it is a Logia. Am I correct?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Okay. So number 4 is the dark fruit.
The dark fruit. Oh god, you guys are gonna kill us for this.
Yes.
But
as you know, legendary is hard to get.
It's only good for legendary
And
mode.
it's only good for legendary mode, so that's why it's not up higher.
But because if you don't have legendary mode with a Logia, you take double damage. Even if you are a Logia, you still take double damage with legendary mode with this fruit. But it's just better because you can't get hit by normal attacks.
Exactly. Because if you get hit by any attacks, you're going to take double damage. And
it's not a Logia.
Yeah, so even like a sniper bullet will hit you.
Without even hockey.
Without hockey, because this is not a Logia.
And it will do double the damage.
So that is a huge factor, because you can die so much easier.
With hockey equipped too?
Yeah. So that's why you need to have legendary mode for this fruit.
With a Logia.
Because that way at least you're somewhat immune to some things. Obviously, hockey is going to be double damage against you. But, I mean, its attacks are amazing. It's
got a bunch of black hole things.
It sucks players in, and then it does additional damage after the black hole is gone. So if it doesn't one-shot them then, it'll kill them shortly after they get out of the black hole. So its attacks are amazing. That's why it's number 4. But it takes double damage, so that's why it's number 4. It's why it's not higher. Does it have any flying moves?
No, it does not. It does not fly.
Again,
mobility.
No mobility. So that's another problem. So that's why it's not higher, and that's why we can't put it any lower, because its attacks are just so strong.
Number 3. Poison fruit. This one definitely deserves a spot up here.
Yeah, so this one deserves a spot in the top 3.
We had an issue deciding this one was number 2 as well. But
yeah, because the poison fruit, it's just really cool. And
it can't fly. It doesn't have the mobility. But it can poison people. It can change you into a poison person. It has the magma kind of like poison pool almost.
Mm-hmm. And it's got that Hydra move, which is amazing. Excuse you. And it does ton of damage. It's just a great fruit all around. So that's why it's number 3. It's also a Logia, right?
Yes, it is a Logia.
Problem is...
Wait, no, it isn't a Logia.
It isn't a Logia?
It is not a Logia.
Ooh, that's awkward. That's okay. It's still amazing attacking, amazing for legendary mode, but the main problem is it's rare. Like
it doesn't fly either.
Many of these fruits up here, they're super hard to find. Mobility as well, doesn't fly. But I think its attacks make up for its non-flying moves. But yeah, great attack. It also does poison damage.
Yes, it does. Poison damage is very heavy.
Poison damage is so overpowered. If you get hit with one of these moves,
you're pretty much dead.
Yeah, you might as well reset your character. So, onward to number 2.
Snow fruit. Oh, yeah.
Sorry, guys.
But anyways, snow fruit, the reason I pushed for this to be number 2 is because it can fly. It has boulders that you can control, and it knocks people on the map immediately, which is one of the main reasons.
So, huge knockback.
And it can cover an entire island with snow globe that has a bunch of perks to it that's added to the snow globe. And it can also make, like, barriers around yourself.
Yeah, so snow globe just strengthens all these moves that are already OP, but you can make these moves
even
like
more
the
overpowered.
snowballs that you can
And you
throw.
can also shoot snow waves at people.
Yeah. So really, and then plus hockey, so snow globe hockey, you're undefeatable with this. You can just push people away with your gigantic snowballs.
And with legendary mode, it's even more overpowered. Like with Magma Fruit, I can't even imagine the terribleness.
And then because this has mobility as well, it's like all in one. It's like a package bundled up. It's perfect. It's a great fruit. So
definitely is fruit.
Yeah. So a lot of people probably don't agree with this because we put it up here so high, but
let's face it, they don't agree with it because they don't have the fruit.
Exactly. And if you have this fruit, you just have to use it right and you'll be golden. So this is a great fruit. And finally, we finally come to number 1. I know it's been a long journey. There are a lot of devil fruits in this game. And they took out a couple too. But anyway, onward to number 1. You guys probably know what it is from just deduction.
It's the Quake Fruit.
So it's an ultra rare, super hard to find, but it's super OP.
But the thing is, just the Quake Punch can one-shot a person immediately, and it destroys the map with an added bonus.
Yeah.
And you can make tsunamis come in and crash through all the islands, pretty much.
And kill everyone in their way.
But the only bad thing is Ice Fruit can freeze the tsunamis.
Really?
Yes.
That is wonderful. So, hope you have an Ice Fruit user when there's a Quake user.
But, or if you have an Ice and Quake Fruit, the ultimate combo.
That's amazing. But yeah.
It can't fly, which is mobility. But the thing is, it doesn't need to fly.
You
can one-shot everything.
Exactly. You don't have to run after people because you can use your tsunamis and kill everyone in the air. Like, it's amazing.
It has a ranged attack, it has a close range attack, and it has a very, very big area attack.
Exactly. It's got everything that we're looking for in PvP, and it has everything good for boss battles, too.
And with legendary mode, it's even more
Do
OP.
these moves stun?
No, they just one-shot you.
Oh, gosh darn. Yeah, I guess it doesn't need to stun because it'll one-shot us. Yeah, so...
But with legendary mode, with the flying devil fruit, this fruit... Well, this isn't a Loki either.
Imagine this
with, like
Phoenix.
Phoenix?
Let's just imagine that right now. With regen, flying.
See, the issue is I can't imagine it.
Yeah, because it's just so OP. And they're both ultra rares. Like, that's awkward. Bruh. Yeah, but yeah, so that concludes our little showcase. So, I hope you guys like this video. Please like and subscribe. We don't normally do these things at the end of our videos. I just wanted to do this one just because I know a lot of people wanted this. And, but yeah, so we hope you guys like the video. I hope you guys can agree with some of our ideas. Please don't be mad that we did what we did to where we put the video, or where we put the devil fruits. But yeah, so this was our honest ranking. Yeah, do you have anything else to say, Owen?
No, I do not. This is our devil fruit tier list.
Yeah, so thanks for watching.
I hope you guys agreed with us at least a little bit.
Yeah, so, and if not, hopefully we swayed you to maybe agreeing with us a little bit more. So, thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll see you guys later.